Have you ever tried to boot up an old computer, maybe one running Windows XP, and just hit a brick wall? It feels like a digital ghost town. Well, what if I told you there's a passion project out there on a digital rescue mission, breathing new life into these old PCs? Today, we're going to dive right into it.
Okay, so here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with what I'm calling the digital ghost town these old PCs are stuck in. Then we'll look at the lifeline, this thing called Legacy Update. We'll get into how it works, what else it does, some really important warnings, and then wrap it all up with why this stuff even matters.
All right, first up, let's just set the scene. We need to understand the problem, this digital ghost town that old versions of Windows have really become.
I mean, for a lot of us, operating systems like Windows XP, even Windows 7, this was our digital home for years and years. But, Microsoft ended support. XP was way back in 2014, and 7 followed in 2020. And when that happened, these systems basically got cut off, turning them into these isolated, lonely digital islands.
So imagine you're a hobbyist, right? You've got this cool vintage machine, you do a fresh install of XP or maybe Vista. You go to click on Windows Update thinking you'll just patch it up, and nothing. You just hit a complete wall. Instead, you get this infamous error code, 80072EFE. What this means in plain English is that the connection to the update servers is dead. It's been terminated. The road is closed. And that leaves your PC totally incomplete, unpatched, and pretty vulnerable.
But this is where it gets good. Where official support ends, that's often where community passion just takes over. And for these digital ghost towns, a new lifeline has appeared, and it restores that critical connection to the past.
So what exactly is Legacy Update? Well, it's a free community-built tool. It's made by enthusiasts for enthusiasts, and it's designed specifically to fix the exact problem we just saw. Its whole goal is to get these older versions of Windows talking to the internet again so they can get updated.
This quote from the creators themselves, it just nails the why. As the internet got more secure, these old systems got left in the dust. And suddenly, just doing basic stuff became, as they put it, incredibly difficult. That's the exact challenge this whole project was built to solve.
So how does this thing actually pull it off? It kind of seems like magic, right? But it's really just a super clever 3-step digital rescue mission.
Okay, so here's the rescue plan.
First, it automatically installs all the essential stuff that's missing. Things like service packs that you need just to get Windows Update to even try to work again. Second, it updates the old, outdated security protocols so the machine can actually have a conversation with modern servers. And third, and this is the really cool part, it uses its own custom component, think of it like a special key, to unlock and bring that classic old Windows Update website back to life.
As the project kept going, the mission got bigger. It became obvious that just fixing the update service was only one piece of the puzzle. It's also about preserving digital history.
See, because it fixes that basic internet connection, Legacy Update also ends up fixing other broken online features. This is huge. It includes things like Windows Product Activation, so you can actually activate a legitimate key for Windows XP. And for you Vista fans, it even brings back the ultimate extras for Windows Vista Ultimate. And then something kind of scary happened. In August of 2020, Microsoft just quietly deleted thousands of old downloads from its website. We're talking tools, patches, runtimes for everything from Windows 95 to Windows 7. Poof, gone. A huge chunk of our digital history was suddenly at risk of being lost forever. And this is where the community, including a group called the Archive Team and the folks behind Legacy Update, became heroes. They stepped in. Thankfully, they had already saved and archived a ton of this stuff. So today, the Legacy Update website is also this massive, searchable library of law software. It's an incredible resource for anyone into vintage tech.
Okay, now we need to talk about something really important. This tool is amazing for hobbyists, but the creators are crystal clear about what it is and what it isn't. This is not a magic security blanket.
When you ask them, does this make an old OS secure for daily use? Their answer is a flat, unambiguous no. They make it incredibly clear. This project is for installing old security patches that were already released. It does absolutely nothing to protect you from modern threats.
So it's really important to get the philosophy here. This is a tool for hobbyists. It's for people running old software on old hardware in a safe offline environment. It is absolutely not meant for your daily web browsing, it's not a replacement for Windows 11, and it's not a piracy tool. The best way to think about it is as a museum restoration tool, not your daily driver.
So why? Why does a project like this even exist? And who's out there actually using it? The answer is all about a really passionate community of people who are basically digital archaeologists.
If you peek at the project's own stats, you get a really interesting picture. In just the last month, look at this. Windows XP and Vista users together made up 75% of the people using this tool. Now, of course, the data is going to be skewed towards older systems, but it still shows there's a surprisingly active community out there still tinkering with this stuff.
And this number, 769, it tells another part of the story. That's how many stars the project has on GitHub, which is where all the code lives. For a niche open source project like this, a star is basically a vote of confidence. It's another developer saying, hey, this is awesome, thank you for doing this. It's a huge sign of respect from the tech community.
And look at this. This isn't some project someone built years ago and then just forgot about. It's a living, breathing effort. It started in 2022, and since then it has just kept evolving, adding support for Windows 8, making the interface better, and just this year, hitting its 10th major release with huge speed improvements. This is dedication.
When you get right down to it, Legacy Update is so much more than just a piece of software. It's a statement. It's a statement about digital preservation, and it forces us to think about our own digital heritage. In a world that's always screaming at us to upgrade, to get the next new thing, projects like this pose a really powerful question. What's the value in saving and actually being able to experience our digital past?